Welcome to Wout of the World, and in this episode one of the most beautiful places in Australia, and in this video we'll be driving this awesome four-wheel drive camper van with 2 rooftop tents by WA experts.
We picked it up in Darwin some weeks ago. The modern city has street art and an incredible waterfront, but it's also close to the wild nature. We drove to Queensland, and in Cairns we discovered the Great Barrier Reef for unique underwater life. And now we start a new mission as we drive to Mission Beach.
It's time for an incredible road trip along that beautiful east coast of Australia. And the first place that we visit is called Mission Beach, one of the coziest and most laid-back towns that you can find on the coast of Australia. And I'm standing here with a coconut, but I can assure you the beaches aren't the only thing that we're here for.
And that's the mission I was referring to. This cozy little town is where the beach meets the rainforest. And in there lives an extraordinary bird called the cassowary. We couldn't miss this big one driving into town.
Cassowaries are sometimes called living dinosaurs, and that's because they have been roaming the earth for about 60 million years. And they're even closely related to dinosaurs because they have the same 3-toed feet and they have the same respiratory system, the way of breathing. There are about a couple of thousand along the east coast over here in Queensland, so we might be lucky and see some of them. It's worth it.
But first let's get settled at the best camping spot in town, Mission Beach Camping and Caravan Park, right near the beach. Hey, nice hat, Celine. How beautiful is the coast at Mission Beach? The gold sand and the waving palm trees make this one of Queensland's best beaches. And it's also at the perfect stage of tourism, with enough happening but also far from overcrowded. And guys, you have to tell me, where in the world can you find a better classroom to do some math? The world is his school.
I was up early this morning, so I thought let's make a little walk along the beach to find some wildlife. And of course I'm talking about the cassowary, but I didn't see anything yet.
My first tip for finding cassowaries would be to check out the trails along the beaches in the early morning. The nature is already promising. Mission Beach has 14 kilometers of broad sandy beaches, so I decide to walk a bit further.
You know what? Even if I don't find the cassowaries, this walk itself is already pretty amazing. I went through the mangroves, now on the beach. I have to cross this water and then onto where the cassowaries might be. At the visitor center in town, they gave me a couple of spots to look for on the map to find the cassowaries. So they're close to town. I'm gonna check those out first, and after that I can do a little boardwalk in the jungle. So that's my second chance to see the cassowaries. Anyway, I'm gonna get you guys. So no cassowaries yet, but I did find this little cute wallaby over here. He's not scared at all, he's just staying put.
The town of Mission Beach seems to be one big zoo, where beautiful birds and furry animals are all around.
So this is my next spot, not exactly a nature park, but it's a dump station, and it does attract a lot of cassowaries, so maybe I'll find some of them here.
I do find pink pineapples, but no cassowaries yet. And the fields here are again full of wallabies hopping around exuberantly. All of a sudden I see that one is carrying a baby in her pouch. How cute is the little one? Still, I don't give up on the living dinosaurs, as my friend Bobby McFerrin would say.
Cassowary, be happy.
And with all those signs, I should be getting closer, right?
The last stop of the day is called Likuala, and it's all protected by UNESCO World Heritage, this jungle. Supposed to be some cassowaries, but I've been told that before.
In the actual habitat of the mighty living dinosaur birds, I search carefully for movement, but I'm starting to think that this is all a myth. Do they really exist, or am I being pranked? As I walk back home across the beach, my quest remains unanswered. Back then, I still didn't know there would be a big surprise waiting the next morning. When I arrive back in town, there are of course many beautiful birds and more wallabies again, roaming the streets like pigeons. Wow, look at this bee eater.
I was just sitting here working on the laptop when I heard something in the bushes. So I went over there to take a look, and without even seeing something, I stepped on it. It was a snake. I felt it wrapped around my leg, so I kicked it away and then I filmed it, of course. But I think it was a dangerous one, so I'm lucky. And of course she's pretty scared right now because the camper is right here.
How adventurous! Can you imagine encountering this on your way to the bathroom at home? I didn't think so. His creepy friends show up to the party as I walk around in the dark. Oh yes, the big surprise, cassowary-wise, is about to happen. At the ultimate moment when we drive away from Mission Beach. Yeah, baby! A big adult bird came out of the rainforest into a meadow just as we were driving by.
I couldn't be any happier after this long day full of walking. Finally. It's right here in the bushes.
My newfound friend even decides to come a bit closer and seems to be planning a walk around the town. Cassowaries do come into town looking for food, as they eat just about everything. These 60-kilo athletes can jump, swim and even run 50 kilometers an hour. Bye-bye, my friend. You really made our day.
That's it guys for this episode in Cairns, the Great Barrier Reef and Mission Beach. I'll see you next time, and it's a wrap.
See you next time.
In the next video we drive to Townsville to check out the cozy streets, but also a unique little island. This koala paradise is called Magnetic Island, and it sure as hell works like a magnet on me. Subscribe and I'll take you around Australia, and of course the rest of the world. Ciao!